All right, this technology that I'm going to show you is called Google Voice. It's an opportunity to be able to create a Google phone number that you can utilize instead of giving out your own personal cell phone. And you can check it whenever, or students can send information to you. Throughout the day. If you only provide your classroom number, then students can only access you during classroom time along with parents. I selected Google Voice because I have a lot of my students who go to a local community college. So for the majority of the day, they're not on campus. So there's times that I need to communicate with them. And unfortunately, they do not check their emails. So I can go into Google Voice and send them a quick text message, and they will respond quite frequently more often, and they will also be able to see those texts, or they're looking at their phones throughout the day, they'll see those texts before they ever see anything that I see and send them via email. Also, I have a large population of ESL students, so I want to speak to parents and be able to communicate with them, and being not having a translator available all the time, it's kind of difficult to translate. So I can go into Google Voice and send them a text message in their home language, and then they can text me back, and then I'm able to communicate with parents. So I find it very efficient to be able to use Google Voice to send out messages, communicate with students, communicate with parents also. And then if I need to send mass texts, like if we're doing a field trip, instead of giving everyone my personal phone number, I'm able to send a mass text on Google Voice saying, hey, don't forget we have a field trip tomorrow, or be here. Or if there's things that change, I'm able to group cell phone numbers of my students in groups, and then send them information, or as needed. So I think it's a great opportunity to use, especially with parents that do not speak, their primary spoken home language is not English. So you go to Google Voice. If you have an account with Google, it will probably pull up the accounts you already have. So I have my Gmail, I have my work email attached to Google, and then I'm going to use actually my Fort Hays email address. So click whatever email address you want to be associated with your Google Voice. So I'm clicking here. And then I already have my Fort Hays sign in already pre-populated. So I'm just going to click log in. It will ask you what city you want, because it will give you the area code of the city you're in. And I'm currently teaching in Kansas City, Kansas. So I will put my city there. And then it's going to give me several different numbers that I can choose from. So I can choose from any of those numbers available, and then I will click select. I'm not going to click select here because I don't want to create a new Google Voice phone number since I already have one, but I'm showing you exactly how easy it is to register for a number. If I want to go and say New York, I can go in New York and it will give me area codes that are New York City. So that's how you would sign up for a new one. So you just hit select there, and then it would allow you to select a number. But I'm going to go to my Google Voice that I already have available through my Gmail. So I'm going to sign into that account. So right now you can go in here and you can send messages. So I have several different, so this is the message. This is the phone, and for the calls, this is the voicemail. So if I want to send a message to someone, I'll just click send a message, and then I'll type their number. So, and also I have it where it's my Gmail is populated or synced in with my phone. So everything, all the phone numbers that I have in my phone, I also have them listed here. So you can also sync that if you want. So if any calls that I've made, it'll show like I have missed calls. It's going to give me all the calls that have been made, that have came in, and then the date. If someone's left me a voicemail, it will actually translate if it's able to translate the voicemail. So this person left me a message, and then it's got, more information about, who it was and things of that nature. So I can go back and read any of those. So this was not translatable. So, either they didn't leave a message. It looks like it was 4 seconds. So they probably didn't leave a message. So I can go back in, and then I can play any of those messages. So it gives me the ability to play. It gives me, like this message, it was in text. And then over here, I'll also have the phone number too. So if I want to go here, I get more options. I can block the number, I can download the message, or I can delete it. But this is an awesome opportunity for me to communicate with students and parents. Also with the standards, with my students who are off campus. They're in control of their own learning goals and outcomes. So if there's things that they need to do in class because they're not on campus, they can communicate those things through this Google Voice. So they're in control of their learning goals. They're in control of the outcomes. So this is a resource for them also because there's things that they need from me and they're not on campus. So they're able to use Google Voice to do that. And that's part of the 6A standard with Facilitator. And then also, because I have so many students who are ESL and I have so many parents that their primary home spoken language is not English, I'm able to communicate with them because they still need to receive updates about their students. They still need to be informed about what's going on at school. They still need to have the announcements. So there's a lot of things that go through our district emails, and some parents don't have those, or they do and they don't know how to translate those things into their home spoken language on the internet. So this way the parents can communicate with me in their language. I can communicate back with them, and they're also just communicating and having that culture competency is important. So this is Google Voice. So I hope if you guys haven't heard about it, it's a great opportunity. It's free. You don't have to give your personal number. So if people want to contact you, after hours, you can respond. This will also go into, you can set the settings where it will also go into, you'll get an email notification that somebody sent you a text. So you can also do that. Even if you're away from your computer at work, you can get the emails on your phone. So again, it's free, it's easy to use, and very friendly, and you're able to see all these messages at one time. You can go back. So some of these things are from 2017. So some of the calls are from February, March. I can go and delete those if I want. I can make a call here. So again, very convenient, very easy. It allows you to talk to parents, communicate with students, and just have an open dialogue.